Good morning and welcome to Deliberately Creative. We're going to start playing with learning how to do balloon bubble type letters. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get started. Good morning and welcome to Deliberately Creative. I'm Stephanie and I'm here all charged up and ready to go, having been off on vacation for a little bit of time. Ooh, I've got a funny little sparkle of water or light coming through the window there behind me. That was distracting. Easily distracted. Stephanie is easily distracted. I am going to, and I talk about myself in the third person sometimes. It's morning and I've only had one sip of my coffee. So good morning, guys. Thank you. I am so happy you're here. We're going to do some balloon and bubble type letters. I did really fast last night because I was thinking we need some letters that we can doodle inside. We're not going to doodle inside the letters this time. We're going to just draw all the letters and then maybe write a couple words. I found one on Unsplash as a reference that you can use for doing your own balloon or bubble letters also, so that you can see people take letter balloons, put them together, make words. This would be great for the front of a card, for like a shower, or for birthdays, just because I want to say I love you and I love you guys. I am so grateful that you are willing to spend a bit of your time with me. So let's get started playing and have some fun. I have taken a piece of paper. This is just some watercolor paper, and I made a grid. This is just so I remember to get all of the letters done. But you just have a piece of paper, pencil, and we're going to play with our letters. Now, you already know how to draw, and if you don't think that you know how to draw, I want you to check out the video I did on Monday this week. It was about 15 minutes long, maybe a little shorter, and it's 5 tips on how to make your art better in just 5 minutes a day. So I really would love to have you check out that video. I don't have it in the iCard yet because of the way live streams are set up. It was weird. I couldn't get a new iCard put in. I could have old ones put in, but I couldn't put new ones in. So good morning. All right, guys, we're going to start off. I'm going to go into a closer up and zoomed. Do the Doodle is my t-shirts and designs I have on my Teespring store. If you are interested, all the links are down below on how to support my channel. Patreon, Teespring, Arteza. Arteza, I have a new coupon code that's good through September 30th for 10% off. This 10% off works on top of their sales that they have going on. So if you find something on sale already on Arteza, my coupon code will get you another 10% off. So that's really cool. I just went and tested that this morning just to make sure. And it's good through September 30th. So any back to school, or you're setting up the art room for your own schooling at home, any of those things, or you're celebrating that your kids get to go back to school. Whatever way it is, and we're not debating schools or going back or not. It's just some places are and some places aren't. So it's fun to be able to give everybody an opportunity. And the last thing is, don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when new videos go up, and turn on those notifications on your phone and on your tablet if you're using those for going on the internet and using YouTube. Oh yeah, Amazon, our affiliate links. I have lots of doodle stuff down there. So my favorite pen that I'm using, the Eco Pen, yeah, you can get that on Amazon. All right. Thanks, guys. Okay, we're going to get started now. That's all of the housekeeping bits done and out of the way. So we're going to go into the close-up top-down view. And this was just to show you that you can take any of the shapes, make them balloons. Now, I did do a heart instead of writing out love, you know. But I want to show you this because it's so easy and it's fun. When you are doing your letters, let's see here. I want to make sure that we are focused because it feels a little out of focus. Or maybe it's just my glasses are dirty. Come on. Let's get focused here. Ooh, all right. Oh, too far. There we go. All right. I am so welcome. You are so welcome to be here and to learn and to grow and to explore your creativity in fun ways. I'm going to take this one off the screen for the moment. After we do all our letters, then we'll go and do a little piece of artwork with them. The easiest way to do these letters is to lightly draw your letter first, okay? Then you go around the outside. Nice and round, and then you go back in to the inside. Now that looks a little funny because we need to, whoops, I just lost my pencil. Oh wow, there's my paintbrushes I lost too. Sometimes things. Then you're going to take your pen, whoops, and you're going, now some of you may already know how to do these letters. And you just needed a quick little reminder on how to get them in. So, take the pencil off, and look at that. We have a balloon letter ready to go. Oh, excellent. Yeah, you can do this with numbers so easily. So, pencil. Letter B. You know, you don't have to... There we go. See? You don't even have to draw your whole letter in. Take it out. And if you feel comfortable doing it, you don't have to put the pencil line down at all either. So I'm going to do that with my letter C. I'm just going to big. One of the things about doing it with the boxes like this is that you can keep your letters consistent. And another neat thing doing it this way, with the boxes and keeping them all consistent, is that you can scan your artwork or take a picture of it, go into Photoshop or something like that, and you can cut your letters out in Photoshop and just use that, or Corel Painter or any of the editing programs, to put your letters together and make words, and you don't have to draw them over and over again. Yeah. You know, oh, excellent. Excellent. Making cards. Oh, wow. They've been together since Lori, your brother and his wife have been together since they were 15, married 29 years. That is wonderful. Congratulations. Yeah, so again, if you want to get pencil line on, it just makes it easier. And now you can make your center as squishy or as not squishy as you want. Now that letter D, it's basically like a flattened donut. We're going to go back in and do some of the little highlighty bits right here. I want to show you, if you're hand drawing these and you're not going to color them in, going back and giving them a little bit of a few little lines. Makes it feel like they're a little more bubbly, a little more balloony, you know. It also can give your letter a little more shape. Say like this letter D, I wanted a little bit more of a shape there. There you go. So you can do this very free form. If you're doing it, coloring them in first and then using white to do your highlights, that's really fun. So we're just going to keep going. The letter E. Some people get a little caught up on the letter E. They're like, well, do I make the center line as long as the outside ones, or do I make them shorter? Mine end up being about the same. Yeah, it is amazing what just simple little lines can do to just pop your letters up and make them much more detailed looking. Look at that. Now I'm going to go ahead and get that one drawn on. So you can make this into you can draw your own bubble letter font. There's a lot of people that do, if you've ever driven past a train yard or trains on the side of the road or whatever, you've seen these bubble letters. Kids draw them all over the place. It's one of those things. People use them as graffiti letters. Sometimes you can get too many lines in. That's okay. You can learn from that. I can always take my white gel pen over some of these lines that I don't like as much. Maybe I didn't like this line going in quite so wide. So I can just take my little gel pen. Or you can use whiteout, especially if you're going to scan it and put it into your computer so you can use it as your own font. And there are, that's how people do their letters, fonts. They just make things just like this. Scan it in, do some adjusting in the computer, clean up lines if they want to. Making things easy for you is one of the things I love to do. I love making, describing things in ways that just help people make things easier. I think I want to make that space there a little bit bigger. So I did. And if you are new to lettering, this is like one of the easiest kinds of lettering that you can do. Now, I just didn't put my extra space in, did I? No big deal. It works. And that's the other thing. Don't get too tied up in following your pencil line. Pencil lines don't make it any easier or harder in the long scheme of things here. Well, actually, they do make it easier, but they don't make it you don't have to follow the pencil lines and have it turn out perfect that way. Make it your own. All right. One of my favorites. I love the letter G. I don't know. It just goes up and around. I'm doing this one freestyle. Look at that. So you can draw it with your pencil, or you can just go straight in with the pen. Nice thing here is that bubble letters are great for doing doodling inside of. So we might take a whole bunch of letters. Maybe we'll do, some word, or do the fancy letter word in the middle with just some of our own handwriting. I mean, see, you could do things like write out a word and then use your own handwriting to put some extra definition with it. So, the letter H. And sometimes you want to make those your bubbles really, really big. Your balloons. This guy's got, the letter H always reminds me of overalls or dungarees. See, look at that. And then we can just go up and down. Now, if I had been planning a little bit better to make this into something that was that I was going to scan and clean up and cut in Photoshop, I would have left myself a bit more room, like a margin between each of the boxes. There you go. But I didn't. So this one is just going to be a fun little postery bit. So when we're doing our actual word, we'll talk about, if we want to put creases in like actual balloons. But the neat thing about finding something like this is it gives you the way the light hits. And you can get your shadows and your highlights and things like that. So that's one of the reasons why I found the balloon letters. All right, the letter I. Again, we're just being very, very simple here. Just draw your block letter and then draw your balloon around it, your bubble around it. I think I'm gonna... The other thing you can do is, if you were doing this as a font, if you look at the letter H, you could double duty your letter H into a letter I. See? Your letter W and your M can be the same that way also. So now just get this put in. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. I know it's been a little bit of time. I have seen calligraphy being done with watercolors and the watercolor markers, the brush pens. I have never gotten, I've never sat down long enough to practice that. There are a ton of people on Tangi doing the really fast brush lettering. It's very satisfying to watch. So, and that's another place where you can check out some of my art. I do 1-minute art videos that are mostly the actual art part of it is in real time. I might speed video just show you some of the materials I'm using, but on Tangi, that is a really fun place to find, find me, find my art. And, you know, I do 1 minute real-time doodles and classes on all kinds of things. I even have a couple recipes that I've put on Tangi for fresh blackberries. I made fresh blackberry sauce. Great for ice cream. So, see this, guys? Doodle your letters, draw them up, have fun, enjoy the process. You know, I think my letter J, I like how this one turned out. So I'm just going to do that type of a letter J. I'm going to go across the top and come in, down. I like that letter J that way. See? Fun, easy, quick. Okay, now the letter K. The letter K is a little more confusing. Yeah, thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. So I'm getting closer to my 100 followers on Tangi. So if you could join up, you can use your same login that you use for YouTube. Join us over on Tangi. As soon as I get to 100 followers on Tangi, I will be able to have just a few, I'd be able to get another minute. When you sign up for Tangi, if you want to make videos yourself, 1 minute videos is what you get to do. But if you start getting a bit of a following, you can actually get an additional minute. So I'm getting closer to getting my second minute. And I've noticed that many of my little videos that I had to trim and things like that, I wouldn't have to trim if I had a minute and, 15 seconds. Thanks, guys. Yeah, hitting the like button for all of our ladies and gentlemen, because we have gentlemen that are watching also. So I never want to just say ladies. We also have people who, choose not to declare. And I think that's great too. There we go. And again, I think I made this one go a little high. No big deal. I can paint these in. I can color them with colored pencil, making fun designs. But there, the letter K is probably your most, the K, the R, those might be your most complicated, but you see it wasn't complicated because when you go in and use your pencil, you can give yourself a guide. Let's see. And even when you start getting confident, sometimes you should still use your pencil. Like, I could have used my pencil there. All right, I need a slurp of my coffee. How's everybody doing? Anybody have any questions? Let's see here. Let's see. Do I have, let's just go to the other screen for a second. Take a wider look at this. Oh, look at that. That's looking cool, isn't it? So see? Halfway through the alphabet. Just about. There we go. So guys, we're just going to keep doing this. All the letters are going to get done. And I could have, done this as a recorded video, shown you how to do 3 letters, and then just speed videoed through to the end. And, you know, I might do that as another video with maybe a slightly different alphabet, but I wanted to do this one with you guys because I missed being with you on Monday. Yeah, have your eraser. You know, I have my nice giant eraser right here too. All right, guys. So we're going to keep on keeping on. So the letter M, put it in with your pencil first. Just draw a letter M. I'm going to go ahead and draw the N. Maybe I'll just draw all the letters now instead of picking up picking up and putting down. Drawing your letter S will be fun, especially since you put down the little block letter first. Oh, PQ. Ah, see? That's why we do this in pencil. And when you're talking, sometimes you think you've already done something when you haven't yet. There we go. And just and you start learning, you know, with your block letters, how big to make them. Oh, you got your painting. Oh, excellent, Jody. I'm so glad. I hope that you enjoy it. So next Monday, there is going to be a giveaway. So just to let you know, we're going to be doing this fun little painting. We'll do it as a doodle, and then we'll do it with paint. So it's going to be a little bit longer lesson. It's going to be a lot of fun. But we're going to do this one for Monday's lesson. So quick preview. Those of you who stick with me and stuck through to the half hour mark here, there we go. You guys get to see what's Monday's lesson. And that will be a giveaway. All right. You know, sometimes you have to take breaks though. And that was my thing, is I needed a little bit of a break out into nature. Oh, okay. I do have, this is my, this one took me a couple hours to do because there's tons of layers in this painting. And this is all in gouache. So, there we go. Lovely waterfall and lots of foliage. I was playing with greens. I was trying to figure out how do you get lovely layers with greens. And it worked out. So, there you go. So here we are. We've got our outline letters. Now, you just go around the outline. I'm not even going to do the around the outline in pencil anymore. Look at that. See, you'll get to a point where you start feeling a lot more confident. But you've got your little road map. See? When you give yourself a roadmap to follow, I'm just going around and then deciding how poofy I want it to be. It's the inside circle on these that give you that poofiness. So there. And see, I'm just going to go, whoop, that one's going to come out of the box. And then look at that. We're just moving right along on these letters now. You can do this. You really can. It's so much fun. There we go. Yeah, I got pretty good at doing the letter S, you know, being that it's the first letter of my name, when I was a kid, because I would always start drawing right on the letter, and then I would run out of room. So oh, okay, so what's the difference between gouache and watercolor? Gouache is watercolor. It's just opaque watercolor. They put stuff in it to make it so that light doesn't bounce through the layer of color, the layer of pigment. So it has what they call opacifiers in it to make it opaque. And another thing with that, because it's opaque, is that you can layer light colors on top of dark colors. So you can go back in and build your layers of light. When you're using gouache. And gouache has a beautiful velvety texture to it when it's all dry. It's just this lovely velvet. All right. Yep, I did. I made that one a little low. No big deal. I'm going to take off the pencil lines, and then I'll go and give them their little bubble highlights. And I have done all of the month of April. I did 20 paintings, or 22 paintings, 23 paintings for the month of April. They were all done with acrylic gouache. So I have, 22 paintings. Just look for Acrylic April on my channel, and you will find all kinds of fun paintings. It dries matte. It dries very flat matte. There's no shine to it at all. It's got a very velvety texture to it. So this was gouache. My lighting is a little bit dark here. Let's see if I can brighten that up just a little bit. Come on, brighten up just a little bit. It says, no, I don't wanna. Let's see. It might go dark here for a second, or too bright, so just hold on. Oh, nope, it didn't go too bright. Whoop, there it went darker. There we are. Sometimes you have to play with it for just a little bit. The reason why I had it set a little dark is because my pencil lines see now, because I made it so bright, the white is going a little too bright, but now you can see not shiny. This was done on white paper. This was done on black paper, black watercolor. You can get cool looking effects. So the lantern is Monday's painting. Monday's doodle. We're going to doodle it first, and then we'll paint it. So I'll probably have it drawn once already for the painting, and then we'll do it in pen and ink to doodle so that you can color along. It's going to be fun. All right, now I have to put this back. Put these colors back. Oops. Darker. There we go. Yeah, I sometimes I have to play with my camera to get it to behave when you're doing, dark and light. Wow, that blue is almost photo blue. So I'm just erasing off the pencil lines now. And that really, guys, that's the whole alphabet. We could do a question mark. I've got two spots left. So maybe a question mark and let's see. So we're going to do a question mark. And an exclamation point. There you go. Oh, you can use mixed media paper. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see, it's still too bright. Still too bright. Let's go one click. There we go. That's better. Yep, sometimes when you change something, you have to change it back. All right, so we've got I kind of like how putting the little dots on either side of your highlight lines just gives it that sort of sparkliness. Just a little bit. And you don't have to go overboard with things, a couple highlights here and there, and it gives you the shape. Black drawing paper. You can use black drawing paper. The neat thing, if you're using gouache, is that you can work with it thicker than watercolor. So you are not adding so much water to the paper. So you can do it with paper that you wouldn't necessarily do a big fancy watercolor on, but you could certainly do a gouache painting on it. There we go. Yeah, see, I get these little lines right now. This is like my doodles. No numbers to go along with the alphabet. Well, but you can do the numbers the exact same way that we just did the letters. So and we're going to do a word. We could do the word cake. Mostly this was just as a reference so that we can see how light and shadow happens on the physical bubble balloon type letters. What word should we do? Not too long of a word because we're going to color it. We could do hope, joy, love, friends, something positive, something what word? That's it. What word do you think of? If you think of deliberately creative, what word do you think of? If you had to say one word to describe deliberately creative. I'd love to hear what you think of. Doodle. Artist. Doodle. You know what? It's not being weird adding... It's not being weird adding numbers to your alphabets. It's just, I want to get a piece of artwork done too. I mean, this is a piece of artwork, actually. You could do this as a poster. You know, you've got the fun letters to put up in a kid's room or in the family room, or... And yeah, sometimes I go a little bit overboard on my little highlighty bits. But you know what? There's all these innies and outies on some of these. Fun, creative. Thank you. I love that. I love that those are the types of words that you guys think of. You know, it's... yeah. Oh, that makes me really happy. So if you're watching this and it's not during the actual show, if you could leave a comment with what word you think of when you think of this channel, when you think of my teaching, deliberately creative, calming, yeah, peace. We could do peace. See, one of the reasons why I asked for that is because then you guys gave me a nice list of positive words. There we go. I mean, you guys would always give me a list of positive words, so sometimes you just, you know, ask for words. Goofy, relaxing. Good morning, Darcy. All right. So thank you. Aw. Okay, so I think joy, peace. I think maybe we'll do peace. And so we've got our set of letters here. I'm going to set this aside for a second. I think I want to do just since we're going to do the word peace, I think I want to do my standby background. And I haven't put any tape around the edge, so it's going to get painted all the way to the edge. My water's a little bit dirty, but I'm going to go ahead and get this wet. So now we're going into the just creative art. Haven't done this. You guys got to pick. So we're gonna do the word peace. And so I want a beautiful sky. So I'm just using the Arteza 12 watercolor set. This is a Mimic paintbrush. It is the 3/4 inch flat by Creative Mark. Stay. And I'm getting my paint wet. I'm just going to take this nicely loaded with blue paint on that lovely wet. We're just going to let it be a little cloudy, soft. Let it bleed out. Isn't that fun? It's kind of like tie-dye. All the way to the edge. There we go. Yeah, healing. That's a lovely, lovely word to use. All right, so now we're going to dry this really quick. And this is just the heated craft tool. Bonk. But look at that. Isn't it pretty? And you can change the direction of it also. If you like the clouds sort of wisping up into the atmosphere instead of dragging down like rain. Now, the black paper that I've got is actually from, it's actual watercolor paper. It is the Legion Stonehenge. 140-pound watercolor paper. I got it on Amazon. I will put that into my shop links on Amazon for the affiliate stuff. I do make a small commission if you buy anything from Amazon after you hit one of my links to go to Amazon. So yeah, this is the first this is the first black watercolor I've ever had. I've only ever used this kind of paper, which is black cardstock. So you can use anything. You can use black cardstock, black multimedia paper, black sketchbook pages. Okay, I think that's dry enough. Now that I've got it all dry, I think I'm going to just tack this down on the corners just to keep it from going and wandering off on me. This is just a piece of that corrugated plastic that I told you about. Signboard plastic. It's called Coroplast. It's just plastic signboard. When I was in high school, what we would do is we would get the Coroplast in remnant pieces from the print shops after they printed up all of the political signs. And you can actually go around and find political signs after all the election stuff is over, and you can just cut those up and use them. All right, so I need my pencil. There we go. And I'm going to give myself a light pencil line. Just to give me a that landing place. I like having the landing place. I also like having a bit of a the upper limit. So we're going to do the word peace. That's a 5-letter word, so we will need to break this into 5 sections. Of course, I did it 6 inches. Let's see. I'm plotting this out. And basically, okay, so I'm not going to worry about plotting, except that when you are plotting out a word, find the middle letter and go to the center of your piece. Go to the center and get your middle letter done first. So but I'm doing it all in pencil to start off with. So that way, if I need to, I can erase and start over again. I'm writing very lightly. I'm plotting. Yes. So then I'm going to go to the outside letter. And now I know where my inside letter, and I'm going to do that thing that we did when we were in school. where it overlaps, because, you know, it can be bouncing around. Maybe if I'm doing that, I'm going to make this one fatter. So then the letter C. And the letter E, and I'm going to make it really fat again. And I want my C to be fatter. See? You can do that. You can adjust. When you do it with your pencil, you can adjust it. I want that one to go out that way. So there. See, you can do bubble letters. It is not too soon to start working on your Christmas. Actually, right now is the perfect time to start working on Christmas. Let's see. I can refine when I go in with my pen. So now I'm going to go get these fun bubble letters. And if they're a little wobbly and a little squishy, that's even more fun. Let's get this lovely piece on here. I think I'm going to work my A a little wider there at the base. See, you don't have to do the exact that you did with your pencil. Yeah, time between now and the winter holidays, whew, goes so fast. See, this one's tucking in behind and in front of. So it's behind the letter before it, and it's in front of the letter after it. This is very graffiti style. One of the reasons why it's a graffiti style is because it's easy to paint this. So I'm looking. I just saw my name pop up, so I'm like, what's going on? All right. Yeah, working on those cards. This would be a beautiful card. It's got kind of that winter color scheme going on. A misty marsh. Oh, yeah. Peaceful morning. So now I'm not going to go and put the highlighty bits on with the pen this time. I'm going to take some colored pencil in, I think. Or I could take watercolor. I could doodle in these. I know we're already at an hour, so if you guys want to stick around, we can... Ooh! Okay, pencil. Pencil in hand. I think, having just come back from my little vacation, I am going to put maybe some little silhouette trees. What do you think? Like it's out in the woods. These are my go-to little tree. I like that. Ooh, that's pretty. maybe there's just the tip of a tree coming up here. Maybe a little bit more. See, that's the thing, is that you can do whatever makes you happy and what makes you, think about the word you've chosen to use, and then what brings you peace, what gives your heart rest, what makes your world a better place. Let's see. You've got like little birds flying through. Just simple birds. Flying over the top of the mountains or over the top of the trees. We're not even seeing the mountains. The mountains are someplace, but they're not there. Let's see. This one, this tree is going to go tall. It's going to go all the way up through. So you don't have to be real precise with this or really specific. I am enjoying that. Let's see, maybe another tree that's a little closer. And I'm just sketching it in, doodling it in. If you want, we did a lesson on trees for doodling. So you can check out that lesson. If you're having trouble with these, I did show how to do this little tree because it's my favorite. All right. So we will be doing a giveaway on Monday. Today we're not doing a giveaway. I think I'm going to have to take this one and make it into a Christmas card, like over on Redbubble. So if people wanted to print it, they can. They could buy it over there. So that'll be my little project today. Sometimes I have to set myself little projects. Oh, we need a third bird here. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. I don't have to leave it. Look at that. We're doing it in pencil. I think I want the bird facing us. I want them coming towards us. So flying in the thermals over the tops of the trees. So do you think this would be a good Christmas card, huh? I think that one's going off the top of the edge. There we go. And these are just going to be in silhouette. I'm not going to, I don't think I want to do color pencil. I decided I wanted to do this I'll just do it black and white, or colored, the background. But see, you're not limited by your first thought. Don't be so tied to the first idea that you have, because usually it's not the best. All right. Ah, you've got your you see, I love that people are getting their cards now. Let's see. No, I don't want that there. Too busy. Maybe we'll put one back here. See, you just lay things out, decide. Do you like it that way? No, I don't want to put a sun or a moon in it. I think I like it more peaceful like this. All right. Oh, it would work as a sympathy card also. Peace to your heart. All right. So now I'm just going to go in and start putting pen on those lines. You could keep it really loose and sketchy, or you can make them much darker. I'm doing it almost a silhouette, not quite. It's got a little bit of light poking through in some spots here and there. But see, just slow and easy. Just work your way down as far as you want to go. I think that one's going to go all the way off the edge of the letter. There you go. See? You are the one in control. And you make your own decisions on if you want your trees overlapping and how to color them in. You get to make those decisions. I love that. I love that our art is someplace where we can make all of our own decisions and we're not tied to anyone else's idea or specific way that you have to do something. And if something doesn't work out, you can just move on. Because you're the only one, it only didn't work out in your mind. Somebody else looks at it and they go, I don't see any problems here. Because they don't know what your preconceived ideas were. I love silhouette art. It's fun because you can change things up as you go along. And it makes it easy and calming to do it this way also. Because we all need calm and peace in our days. There we go. See? I'm basically working this down in like little triangular fans. And some of them are overlapping each other and some are much more stacked up. And having just come back from the mountains, yeah, I have mountains on the brain here. Oh yeah, you could have snow on the trees. The ideas, yeah, that's one of the things when you do something like this is that more and more ideas will just fill your head. Grab a piece of paper and write them down. As soon as you write them down, you've given them a place to live and they won't clutter your head so much. At least for me, that's what I found. If I can get to a piece of paper and write down those ideas that are just flying so fast through my head, if I can write them down, I've captured them. And I'm able to come back to my list or that piece of paper and remember, oh yes, that's what I was planning on doing. Or that was an idea that I had. What was I thinking? You know? So write them down. And it gives your brain then the permission to stop thinking about that one. It might give you more ideas to think about, but you don't have to worry that you're going to forget. That's my thing. I worry about forgetting things. So I like to write things down when I'm thinking about it, even if it's a really weird time. I'm going to make that one a little taller. See, just working my way across. These are not all that super detailed, are they? But it's like being up in the mountains. I think I want one that's coming off the edge right here. Maybe it's tipping in. Oh. Yeah, I like that. See? Go back, make a decision, have fun, and then do something else. Yeah, these cards, these would be great for all kinds of things. You know, these letters make it so nice to give you a place to confine some artwork or doodles. They give you I want one a little taller here. See? You want it a little taller? Make it a little taller. Actually, I think it's kind of leaning in. There you go. The little birds really are, you know, just little bird, a little line. Just like give yourself a dot for where the head is. You can thicken up the front edge of the wing and then taper it off as it goes out to the ends. So then you've got your birds flying over the trees. The piece of a bird flying on the thermals. Oh, feeling the wind under their feathers. Seeing them float without even flapping, you know. We are really lucky. We are in the Pacific Northwest. There's so many different little birds, big birds. We've got herons and eagles and, you know, hawks. Oh, so many kinds of hawks out here. Birds that love to fly on those thermals. I think I'm going to make that a little darker right down there. This is one of those little stands of trees that maybe there's a couple of the branches or a couple trunks where they're not as detailed, more like just trunks. Just a little bit. So there. Painting in the evenings is like a double espresso. Oh, yeah, especially when you start getting the ideas going and you're going, oh, but I need to go to bed, but it's, 3:30 in the morning, but I need to go to bed. But you have an idea for this, but I need to go to bed. And that's when I have to write things down again. Yeah. Art and creativity can be very energizing. So there. So there. All right, guys. So those of you who are still here, thank you. I appreciate you being here clear to the almost the end. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button and make sure that you've turned on notifications. I'm not going anywhere yet. We still have some time. I'm just doing my little mid-roll advertising. I have many ways to support my channel available to you. There is a Patreon where we've got an exclusive website set up for our patrons with access to photos that I've taken for photo references and coloring sheets and project packs and things like that that I charge for in my shop. I have actually put onto my patron page. So if you're a paid, once you're a patron, I get you the link to the website and the password. It is password protected. So that's a fun thing. We're going to be doing some exclusive playtime, like a really long video party, a live stream party online, doing art just for the patrons, for as long as patrons want to hang out and do art with me when we hit 50 patrons. So, and you can be a patron for as little as $2 a month. And that's over on Patreon. Then other ways to support my channel, using the affiliate links for the different shops. So Amazon affiliate links, Arteza affiliate links. I do earn a small commission from those when you buy things after hitting my link. And just subscribing to the channel and clicking that like button, sharing the videos. Oh my goodness, share the videos with your friends, share on Twitter and Facebook, all the places. Share your artwork with me if you are interested in showing me your artwork. If you're a patron, you can share right on the Patreon site, on the community page. I'm starting to get people doing that, which is a lot of fun. And oh my goodness, we're almost done. We'll just have to get this erased off. Get the pencil lines out of the way. And you don't have to. You can leave the pencil lines if you want to. It's just if they're in a place where you didn't want pencil lines, you can erase. Nice thing about silhouettes, going in and doing it like this. This is just being done without, this is being done without a reference. But I do have a reference link for that cake, so you can see how the light and shadow works on those bubble letters. And I anticipate doing more bubble letter doodling now that we have the lesson for people to know how to do it. And go and make your sampler of all your letters. Then it's really easy to go back in and just say, oh, I like that letter A. I like that letter D. And do up a word. Oh, good health to you, Amy, and calming time. There we go. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for your love for our community. I am so grateful that you guys are here, that you care about each other, that you share that care. You know, being grateful for just the love and camaraderie. I really appreciate that in my community here. So I'm going to say it again. My intention is for this channel to get to the 100,000 mark. So I have my silver play button by Christmas. That is my goal. That's my intention. With you guys out there and your help, sharing my channel, getting people, introducing people to it that didn't know that my channel even existed. That is so cool and so loving, and I appreciate that. All right, we're going to take the tape off the corners. I think this is going to be a lovely, lovely holiday card, or as a card to give to someone. Oh, I do need to sign, don't I? Let's see. I think I'm going to actually sign, just put my initials up here in the box, or in the letter, in a box. Then it's not cluttering up this pretty area down below. I think this turned out really nice. What do you guys think? Are you excited? Are you? So then I look at it and go, you know what? I see a spot. I want to put a little tree. And maybe a little bit more there. And maybe another one tucked in here. Maybe just make that branch a little thicker. There we go. You've got those little tiny trees just filling in spaces. Oh, there we are. So thank you guys so much for being here, for sharing your time with me, for learning step by step how to do the bubble letters. We did the entire alphabet. Remember, you can do your numbers the same way. Just draw your number and go around it big and wide. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I love you. I care about you. And I want you to remember that doing something like this is good for you, and it's good for the people that receive the artwork that you make from it. Remember to go out and do something creative. Take care of yourself so you can take care of those around you. And I want to see you back here again on Monday for the lantern, night lantern. We'll doodle it first, and then we'll do a painting of it with gouache on black paper. So thanks guys, and I'll see you. Thanks guys, and I'll see you soon.